shadow. Everyone plots against me. I hear their whispers. Betrayers! All of you! Guards! Kill them all!
What's up? I'm Jim Pro, and here's what we start the fight with the boss on this lower platform, and then the intermission with the boss here as well. But then in phase 2, you split the raid and climb these platforms on the side while fighting a bunch of ads, finally getting to this platform at the top where you'll fight the boss again in phase 3. Our guess is that it's better to save Bloodlust for the last phase, but if phase 1 ends on a timer and not at a certain health percent, there's a chance it kills the entire raid. And you have to use the bombs to launch over the ring because otherwise most classes don't have a blink or a teleport to avoid it themselves. On Heroic, everyone needs to split up evenly between the person that touched the bomb before they do a little explosion around themselves. Around them when the cast starts, and you have to group together. Also leave webs on the ground that do big damage to anyone in them. Need a taunt swap right after. This also spawns a big pool of acid underneath the boss and throws acid on the ground near random players. So the tank will probably need to pre-position the boss towards the outside of the room to bait the big pool, while everyone else baits the acid swirlies toward the outside as well. Right after Liquefy, she casts Feast, which does big physical damage and applies a huge heal absorb, which the healers need to blast through because the tank has to keep tanking while the absorb is still up. On Heroic, the heal absorb scales with how much damage the initial hit did, so the tank definitely needs to use a big cooldown for every feast. After a certain amount of time, which we don't know yet, the boss starts the intermission where she gets a massive absorb shield and applies a long dot to the whole raid. Every once in a while, she pulls everyone towards her and one-shots anyone that gets too close, so you have to run away before that cast and probably use movement cooldowns or a warlock gate to avoid getting one-shot. She also applies stacks of a slow to the raid over time, which makes it harder and harder to survive every pull-in. And every time another slow stack goes out, everyone has to dodge some waves on the ground because they do big damage and give you yet another slow stack. On Heroic, there's an extra bit of challenge where the dot everyone has actually pulses in a little circle around every player, so everyone also has to try to stay a little spread out the whole time. Once the boss's shield is broken, phase 2 starts, where she retreats up to the platform above where you can't reach her, and she starts spawning a bunch of ads. And the goal of this phase is to split the raid in half and work your way up these side platforms around the outside of the room while killing all of the ads to eventually get to the boss and end the phase. The journal doesn't say anything about where the ads spawn or how many spawn at a time or in what order, but here's what they do. Ascended Void Speakers have a single target cast you have to interrupt, and they explode when they die, knocking back anyone in 45 yards and spawning a big pool on the ground. My guess is you'll have to use this knockback to hop to the next platform sometimes, so aim to kill these last and position your knockback.
None of them were worthy of ascension!
To try to stay a little in the second one you touch. When everyone lands after the bomb launch, get out of the acid the bomb leaves on the ground and get away from the person that touched the bomb before they do a little explosion around themselves. And dodge the random swirlies and waves on the ground. So to summarize all of that, boss, where everyone gets a little circle around them when the cast starts, and you have to group together without being in other people's circle too much, and then AoE down all the web ads that spawn when the cast finishes, in order to free everyone from their roots. Classes that can free themselves or others from the roots are going to be real useful, just like on Tindral. On Heroic, the roots also leave webs on the ground that do big damage to anyone in them, so you have to get out of those quickly, and you'll probably have to rotate around the root. Room a bit to get the out. She also starts spot. They also share health. Many spawn at a time or in what order, but here's what they do. Ascended Void Speakers, they also... But here we go. The boss puts marks on random players, and they have to get far away from the raid and each other before a big web spike hits them and does fall off damage to the raid. Earlies to go near.
Oh,
Let's
I got
go.
That's the
The
sick.
champ.
Did you actually get
Nobody's catching the champ. Not untouched.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
You will not stop the ascension of my empire! Liquefy. Feast. Rotting innards. Vile surge! Liquefied. Feast.
It's too far away.
Food for the Empire. Rotting innards. Vile surge! Feast! Food for the Empire! Rotting innards. Vile surge! Warriors, you are lambs to the slaughter! Your blood is mine! Necrotic flesh! Tainted blood! Virulent fallout! Feeding time! Necrotic flesh! Tainted blood! Virulent fallout! Your blood is mine! Necrotic flesh! Tainted blood! Virulent fallout! Feeding time! Subjects of the Empire, prove your loyalty! My life for the Empire! Weakness is Food for the Empire! Weakness is in your blood. Charge!
There is no good, no evil, no light. There is only power.
I return! A second chance to come!
And you, we will feast on your ashes. Now, die!
Your mortal desires mean nothing. You are acolytes of the Master now. Slay them in the Master's name.
You will not stop the ascension of my empire! Liquefy! Feast! Rotting imps! Fire surge! Liquefied! Feast!
I need to get close.
Food for the Empire! Rotting imps! Fire surge!
By the power of the sun.
Liquefied! Feast! Food for the Empire!
You cannot. The Master will avenge him.
Rotting imps! Fire surge! Weakness is in your blood.
by the power of the sun.
You will not stop the ascension of my empire! Liquefy! Feast! Rotting innards! Fire surge!
Master, will of the...
Feast! Food for the Empire! Weakness is in your blood.
We will feast on your ashes. Now, die!
not stop the ascension of my empire! Liquefied.
And you
Feast. Rotten in Fire surge!
Will of them
well done!
Liquefied. Feast. Food for the Empire. Weakness is in your blood.